Hey everyone, welcome back to Diecast on a Budget. Today, I'm going to be doing an in-depth overview, which is actually kind of ironic, an in-depth guide basically on all the modifications that I've done to this 1/18 scale Maisto Ford GT. And I'm just going to be honest from the start here. Modifying cars has its risks because there are always chances that you could accidentally break something, mess something up in a way that it is irreparable. For me, I've made a few of those mistakes, but mostly it has turned out good, and I just want to say that if you're scared of doing modifications to your models, you might want to look into it first, just sort of learn the basics, and then start, just so that you don't break your models. Ultimately, it really hurts when that happens. Okay, so let's get started. The main exterior modifications, as you can see, include blacked out headlights, these painted, basically just like hood vents, I guess you could call them, and also this sort of like dark blue type of banner on the windshield, and it's meant to represent what real cars have as sort of like an anti-glare sort of layer over the glass. It also has a black painted roof. Normally this comes red from factory, and also this rear spoiler, I guess. Those are the main prominent ones when you look at it from the front. Another thing that you might not notice, but people that pay attention to cars and models a bit more will, is that the running Mustang logo is gone. That has been sanded off, although it did leave a fairly smoothish surface here, which doesn't go too well with the grille texture, but it's okay, no big deal in my opinion. The wheels and the brake calipers have not been modified, and at the rear we can see the blacked out taillights, and I attempted to black out the GT, but I'm fine with that wearing off and going back to being silver. No big issue there. And also down here, this sort of forget what these are called. This piece comes red, and I've also painted that black, as well as on this side, as you can see. Pretty normal, other than that. Oh yeah, the black painted rear view mirrors as well, that also is another modification. Interior, I haven't really done much. I had painted the seats a mix of red and black, but I decided that just full black looked good enough by itself, so now it has been left like that. And now let's get on to the mistakes that you can make while modifying your cars. This car, one of the most visible or annoying things that have happened is the front left wheel. As most of you know, on Maisto models there is a little plastic rod that goes down, and the wheel set sort of slides onto those rods, one for each wheel. On the right side, the rod is still intact, so the wheel stays in place. But on the left side, the rod being plastic and only being attached at the top, it snapped off. I have replaced it with a dowel and super glued it into place, but that doesn't seem to be doing too good. It was definitely worse without that, but yeah, it's never going to be perfect again unless you really just either hot glue or melt the same rod that was there and put it back on. But I have not gotten around to doing that yet, so I just want to bring to light the fact that you got to be careful with these. They are plastic in some parts, mainly in the wheel areas, and they do tend to break. So if you're ever going to do any modifications around there, just be careful not to break them. And on the back, as you can see, another thing that has happened is, even though the wheels are not able to, should not be able to turn, here, the rod that would connect both of them has broken around here. I'm not sure if you can see. So now the rear right wheel turns slightly. This hasn't been too big of a problem, since most of the time I display my models looking at it from the side like this, so that wheel isn't very visible anyway. But just wanted to say that, like I said earlier, plastic can break when modifying. So that's it for the overview of this Maisto 1/18 scale Ford GT. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. We're just getting the channel started, so I do hope to be uploading more content more regularly now, maybe weekly. So just stay subscribed. It's completely free. You can always unsubscribe if you don't like my content, so might as well subscribe to support the channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time.